Morning Show.
Sugar City Morning Show, a most pleasant, beautiful morning. What a beautiful morning. What a beautiful day. Folks, it's Thursday and it's the 11th day of June 2020. Here we are, there you are, and we join together right now as we say good morning and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. My name is Robert Checker Usher on this Thursday morning, coming to you from Orange Walk Town. We trust and hope that you are doing fine. You're doing great today, wherever you may be, wherever you are. He is wishing you all the best of today and all ways. Today is Miss Grace. Today is Miss Grace's birthday, Miss Grace Agas. Good morning, Miss Grace. We trust and hope that everything is going to be fine with you and you keep on being young and you keep on being strong. So have yourself a great one, Miss Grace. I'm going to try to call you earlier, but it look like you never wake up yet, or maybe you got too much people at your house already and you done the celebrate, you done the party today, because today is your day. But have a good one, Miss Grace. Anybody hear this Creole Mama, pass it on to Miss Grace and tell her a big up for your birthday, because it look like you start to celebrate already. So Miss Grace, good morning once again and happy birthday to you. And as you celebrate your birthday, we will give thanks and praise for this special day, for God giving you one more great year of blessings. And with saying that, we have Delve on the line and we will be giving thanks this morning. Good morning, Delve.
Good morning, Mr. Cheke. Good morning to everyone listening.
Thanks to you. How are you today?
Well, so far so good, thanks God. Blessed to be stressed. How are you this morning?
Well, we're alive.
That's a first sign of a blessing. That's a first good thing. We're alive. Thanks God.
Yeah, because if we don't bless, we will not be alive. We'll stay the rest. So let's bless and not go to rest right now.
That's like my son. But let's pray before we get into that.
Yeah, let's give thanks and praise.
Yeah, right. All right, Almighty and Heavenly Father, Lord, this morning I just come before you once again, oh God, giving you thanks, Lord, for yet another day. Thank you for blessing us with the breath and the gift of life. Thank you for keeping us, Lord, throughout the night. Thank you for holding us together, oh Lord. I just bless your holy name. Lord, at the start of this day, oh God, we come before you with a prayer and a song in our heart, a song of thanksgiving, Lord, acknowledging, Lord, that it is only by your divine grace, your divine blessing, Lord, that we are able to breathe, to move, to see, to hear, to do whatever it is, Lord, that we get to do for the day. Lord, this morning we just want to say thank you. Thank you, oh God, for the air that we breathe. Thank you, Lord, for the families that we get to wake up to. Thank you for the food that you make available for us to eat. Thank you, Lord, for the clean water that you make available for us to drink and to have access to. Thank you, oh Lord, for all that you continue to do in our lives. And I just pray, oh God, that as you continue to bless us, I pray that you bless us with a humble heart, Lord, that we may be a blessing unto others. All this I pray in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen and amen and amen. That's a ton full of blessings this morning.
Yes. Sometimes it just say thanks.
Yeah, I know, girl. I know. And you need that acknowledgement, that special acknowledgement, right?
Mm-hmm. But just say thanks for the little things, like water. Dash of water, and their country's children, people who they dead for a drop of clean water.
Yes, girl. And when we talk about water, we look at what happened in Salvador and Guatemala. But right here home, when we look at the villages in Orange Walk North, they have floodings in some of the villages in San Antonio, going to San Antonio, and also we have here in San Roman and Douglas. The people they take one lick right now because what happened is they got big flooding over the areas there, girl. Yeah, connection. Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, yeah, so we hope that prayer that you did this morning will reach them as well.
Okay.
All right, so it's Thursday and we're supposed to gear up with the poem for today. Something we're having some little connection issues. It's going off and on, but let's see if we can get the poem through.
Sure. All right. Sure. Okay. This one I have is entitled "Jesus Makes the Difference."
Okay, we all know that, but let's hear it in the poem.
Let's hear it. Yes. All right. It might take a couple of years to build a house, but how much more to build a home? New bed, but no sleep. New plate set, but no one has the appetite to eat. New sofa set, but no one to sit on it and relax. It might take many years to make a baby, but how much more to raise them right? In this dark and dying world, every day is pretty much a fit. Cocoyote shoes are no longer appreciated. It now has to be Jordan or Air Force One. But how does it all fit when it's all said and done? For all the fancy and the flashy stuff will one day fade away and turn to dust. But a life well lived, no matter what gives, finding Jesus is a must. For it is pretty much still just empty when we fill ourselves up with what's pretty much already gone. But a love like his, oh, it lives on and on. For where his presence is, there is fullness of joy, and at his right hand there are pleasures forevermore. So how long will it take to turn a house into a home? Jesus makes all the difference. Jesus alone.
Wow, that is so true, and you take us back all the way to the golden years, you know, because like you're saying right now that a house is not a home. When if they know a cocoyol tennis, then the time back.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember the cocoyol tennis. Yes, we used to forget Mr. Lascott and the Burgos and Johnny Burns. But what happened is, and other stores, no? What happened is, you see, you mentioned about modern times as well in the poem, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you go back to the earlier part of the poem, and when we are listening to what you were saying, when it comes to the golden days, you see, that what happened in time. Most communities not even have electricity, much less a Nintendo and PlayStation and smart TV and iPhone watch and Jordan tennis, like what you say, and all the heavy material when it comes to clothes. So picnic when they buy clothes, if the clothes no cost, if they clothes no cost over $100, or tennis no cost $225 or $300,
they don't want to wear it.
You got it right. They don't want to wear it.
Yes.
You understand?
I've seen it.
But you see them days back there, so like one time your mom used to cook up and so, right? Everybody sit down and eat together, girl. Right now, you go to some of them people house to sit, some of them picnic, they sit down on the sofa, they eat and they watch TV. Some of them they in a room. I remember like one lady tell me one time that the communication when she got with the daughter and so, she have to text the daughter in a room and tell her if you could please come for your food.
You see? So when I wrote this one, Mr. Checky, honestly, I am not, I like to throw back some of the good old days, not in the sense that, we could bring back all of them back, but in the sense that we already see that things are changing and things will continue to change. Maybe soon as say robots are flying at the air in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like in the midst of all of these changes, that we keep focus on, Him who created us. When we start to lose sight of that, then everything else become our God. You call it picnic in front of the TV, they don't want to move. Whatever you pay so much attention to, that becomes like a God for you.
Yeah.
But if we take time, pause the flat screen, cut off the Nintendo, make we sit down and pray before we eat. Make we sit down and pray as a family before, we go to bed. These are the things, where Christ does make the difference, but if we don't acknowledge Him, then, He is still God, but we here on earth are living a life so far from Him.
That's right. Then times back, The family who prays together stays together in time back, you know. They used to have, you
And
know.
it's still,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and that I believe that principle it still rules. If you make that conscious effort as a family, you know, maybe you within your family, your wife, your kids, and stuff like that, you know, 5 minutes, 5 minutes you can take for prayer and give God thanks for the meal. Right?
Yeah.
It's a conscious effort that, you know, we have to make as individuals and as a family now, because technology, new things are being invented. But we as a people, now is the time that, you know, we keep focus on who makes a difference, on who created us. If not, we are going to lose right in the cycle of all of them changes where they happen.
Yeah, and some of we as parents,
So,
we have to look into the direction that the children are going as well, because you know sometimes the parents are going to church and they say, "No man, Junior he no want go, so make it stay home and play a game and we going to church." No man, make it there. Hey, turn off the TV and let's go. You know, put up that game and let's go. You're not going to church,
let's
okay?
go.
This game, yeah, get back this game in a 30 days time or when you get focus.
Right.
Sometimes with a
You
feel,
have to try, Mr. Checkil. You know, like, go ahead.
with a feel away that man, I really don't want deprive my son or my daughter from this, so make a left alone, man. I'm sorry for him. But then by doing that, then you dey carry them down a wrong road without realize. You have to. They have two kind of love, you know. They got a sweet love and they got a tough love. But the tough love that will bring you into the future and give you the real love and have families staying together, right?
Good. That's right. You know, that's right. And we raise man tough love, so you know when the sweet love come, you appreciate it. But
That's
you
right.
know, now more than ever, we have to hold on to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Christ is the one that only He could help with Mr. Checkil. And
Yeah.
this Corona, for me, this is my personal. This Corona is a huge testimony for me because wow, in some of the other countries, people are dying by the hundreds and the thousands, and look at Belize. That's only the hand of God.
Yeah. Yep. And you know, like you mentioned,
So you know.
yeah. Also in the poem you mentioned that a house is not a home, right? It's just like one was said, got a lead preacher there. They love the lead preacher and go on a tree, go pray and then get congregations and get gatherings, you know, and then got some people got some big time church right there, so and sometimes they're in there by themselves. You know, so
That's
that
true.
then it doesn't becomes a church, just like a home. It's a building.
It's just a building, right?
Yeah, the persons that gather in there are the church, right?
That yes. Like I said, you know, you could put up a zinc and fully post at the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But because the Bible says, wherever two or three are gathered, there I am, and God will show up. But you know, with a sincere heart. But if you have a big building, you know, and your heart is say that okay, I want to make so much money off of this church, then you better believe your church will stay empty.
Yeah.
If you could be a real pastor where sincere and love for God, wants it to turn to God, wants see people change their life, you know, you could get it under a plum tree and you want to see how the good Lord moved there.
Yeah. So that's the way I get out at this point for this morning, girl. Yeah. Well, good news are coming, and I just hope that we will adhere to it because I understand that from 40, some announcements will be made, and it will be going to more than 40 person in gathering at one time. No, but I don't really want to touch the number yet because somebody told me confidentially, and I think the Prime Minister will be doing a pronouncement, and that will be strengthened. But once again, thanks very much and have yourself a wonderful day.
All the same to you, Mr. Check-in. Tomorrow, God first.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. Aruga Sengu. Yeah. All right, folks. So we're going to continue right here this morning on North Television, Channel 10. North Television, Channel 10. And here we are today, folks. We now will be checking in with the Belize Met Service for today's weather forecast because it don't feel hot already for this morning. And the general situation for today, northeasterly airflow will support a slight increase in moisture for the next couple of days. The 24-hour forecast, sunny skies with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated with a few more over northern areas today and over the south tonight. So we might have some rain today in the north. And the winds are blowing east to northeast at 5 to 15 knots. Sea state choppy. Waves will be from 3 to 5 feet. Temperatures in the coast will rise from 31 Celsius to 87 Fahrenheit and inland 93, in the hills 81, so 93 degrees Fahrenheit today. Inland, the outlook for Friday and Friday night is for some cloudless spells with a few showers, isolated thunderstorms over most area. A low tide occur at 7:52 this morning, followed by a high at 1:54 this afternoon. Another low tide tonight at 9:53 and a high at 3:32 tomorrow morning. The sun was up early at 5:17 and will set at 6:27. And the moon will set today at 10:41 and rise once again at 1:39 p.m. That's your full summary of the weather forecast right here on your North Television Channel 10. Robert Cheque Usher will be back right here after these messages on North Television Channel 10.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward. Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Carazal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Shunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, women. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Copperbank. I'm part of Progresso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I think that, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
114.60 acres in Tiger Creek, Orange Walk, 3,000 acres, 0.961 hectares to Jaime Briceño and John Briceño, 827.848 square yards to John Briceño, 5.4 acres to John Briceño and Jaime Briceño, 20 acres in Progreso to John Briceño, again, 6 acres in Progreso. The all of Progreso you're going with?
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado, German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. Why you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, know that to put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
John Briseño says government needs to trim the fat. Let's take a minute to look at that fact.
Johnny Briseño receives a salary of $60,000 from the government to be the leader of the opposition and $84,000 for sports and community projects in his constituency. The People's United Party representatives receive about $993,000 annually from government to assist residents of their constituencies.
Since the COVID-19 state of emergency, the Prime Minister of Belize has given all his salary toward the relief efforts. The UDP ministers has given up a month's salary and allowances going forward. Johnny Briseño has not agreed to give up anything. The PUP representatives have not agreed to give up anything.
Leadership is about action, not words.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 24 minutes away from 8 o'clock, folks. Joining us this morning is a great friend, a great brother, a warrior. We're talking about Fortunato Noble.
Morning, Chicky. How are you?
Good. How you do?
Hi there. It's good. Just recover from some of the nonsense I heard on news last night from Johnny Briseño.
But that's how you are sad out?
Man, it's just, sometimes you look at these things and you wonder what are these guys thinking? Really, do they have Belize at heart? Do they have the development of our country at heart? But anyway, Chicky, we are dealing with that one.
How is the road where you came from?
Well, it's okay. It's good. It's traversable. It can be better, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of things are not what they should be. And you can attribute that to a lot of things, Chicky. You can say, the UDP never work. Or you can also say, the UDP couldn't work because the PUP filed the money back then.
Yeah. There's enough justification.
A lot of reasons.
Yeah. But, before we go, what the leader of the opposition and his team that had that press conference yesterday, they had a virtual press conference.
They spoke on a number of things, yeah.
Yeah. Mostly what they were talking about the treasury notes that the Prime Minister spoke about, no?
Right.
And
they have a problem with it.
Yeah, they have an issue with it. He said he never really knew about it until the Prime Minister come out and announce it.
I nothing surprises me when it comes from that side and the leader of the opposition seems to either be disingenuous, liar, or just incompetent. Why I say that, Chicky? How can you not know? I am not in government. I am not a leader of anything, any party. And I have heard about the treasury notes for some time now.
Yeah.
How can he not know what is happening? Of course, you won't know the details, but you know that something is happening. But like I said, nothing surprised me. they signed an accommodation agreement for right under his nose while he was the deputy prime minister of this country. So what can you expect?
Yeah.
Can you expect someone like that to lead this country, Checkers?
Well, what happened is, NATO, what happened is, the way he goes around and get things done, it make you wonder. Because you remember when he came out and he spoke pertaining to the oversight committee and the real up, but he's a part of that body as well.
Exactly. Like if you're the home, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a household, you're part of your household, you, your wife, I guess your kids, everyone.
Yes.
And then as a family you decide something, but you don't like it. Instead of you taking action right there within the family where you can make a difference, you go to the public and start to complain about what's happening in your family. You're going to
spread out the whole family business.
Yeah, and it just shows that. So if someone listens to you complaining about your internal issues and your family, what do you think? What would they say? What would you say?
Yeah.
Man, you're not ready? You're not ready?
I listen to you.
Of course not.
Me can't trust you wrong me because, man, you bring out your family business.
Exactly.
So, what you gonna do with me?
And they threatened to resign. And listen, if you have an issue in a committee where you are a part, this is where you can make a difference. This is where your voice will be heard in that committee. If, of course, if there is something that you are adamant about and you know that it will make a difference positively, and no one is listening to you, and nobody wants to pay heed or so, then of course, then there are other course of actions to take, but you run directly to the media and start to, I nearly said the B word there, but you start to complain and cry. What does that say about you?
Yeah, but you know also to what happened, NATO. The thing is that we know a lot of good things have came out from the oversight committee and all the other bodies. When the prime minister could have said, when this thing happened after, the prime minister could have said, okay, all my 31 standard bearers and my ministers, we will take this on and we'll do it ourselves.
Form a committee with the UDP committee, just UDPs.
Yeah, we will handle it that way.
Yep.
But he never gone that way because he realized, okay, let's get the other personnel involved, and let's see how we can get this thing done. So who they in there supposed to ride the program, and then just like that he could have came out and say, you know what, this happened with the social security thing. It's not social security money, it's just challenge. But then he could have said, we had some glitches, and he could have come out and say that and say, well, but it's nobody's fault. We are working on it so that people could know, okay, yeah, man, this man genuine.
He wants to see it work, yes.
Yeah.
Check, you know what I have to say, and you have to give kudos to all the members of the oversight committee.
Yes, bye.
Have to. They have steered us, we have steered this country in a direction where we can proudly say, man, we are a shining example in the region, not just the region, but the world. We are COVID-free. Sorry, not COVID-free. We have 2 cases, but we did not have an issue where we had the community spread.
We never got a big wave.
We never have that, so-called wave that was supposed to come. And
on a Joe Alfonso wave.
Never wave, making wave. But all that for second wave, and people are talking about, we did not even get a first wave. We got infections in the country. Most of them were traced to people who came in. It was caught in time. We didn't have any that community spread that is affecting our neighbors. Salvador closed the borders immediately when they heard this thing. And you know what happened there right now?
Yeah.
They had 58 deaths already, or from the last I checked. Not even the follow. Right, our neighbor Mexico is infested. Guatemala, same thing. So you have to give kudos, you have to give respect to those people who have done what needs to be done for us to remain in this position where we are. We have 2 cases. 19 and 20.
So when I put it like that, we have to say that the Prime Minister and the government made a good move when they decided to form these committees, right?
They made a good call. And the thing about it is that the Prime Minister said, okay, you're opposition, oppose everything. No, you included them as well, because I'm sure they can contribute positive things. But when you have a leader like that who just jump up and start to start to complain about everything and goes to the media and tries to get sympathy from all that you get is people to see that you are incompetent, you are inept, you cannot handle the little work you do. Yeah,
that not the work.
You know, simple task as being the leader of the oversight committee for COVID, and you get up and start to complain to the media. So when you become prime minister, sorry, not when, if, like I'm sure you won't, but if you do become prime minister, what will you do? Jump up and go to the media when a small little problem presents itself with government? That's not a leader, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's not the way to go, Nato. But you know, like you were saying rightly, that Belize did well, and right now persons are wondering about these two cases. One was confirmed last week Friday, and I think one like two days ago.
Yes.
But I don't think them people were out in contact with other persons, right?
What happened is, like you trust the information given, and they have also the first one was a DJ, was a not a DJ. Remember some DJs came in
from
with the cruise ship,
yeah,
and they were immediately placed in quarantine at a certain hotel under BDF guard. Well, that's not like that's a fail safe, but there are also cameras and monitors, and so that people know that if you came out, we'll know when you come out because we could check it. So if you test positive, the first thing they will do is start to check the cameras and say that you have not left your room.
Or nobody ever gone
nobody gone, exactly. So you don't have that risk of contamination. And
that has already been done?
Yes, they have done everything, and I think the authorities are satisfied that it is, for all intents and purposes, contained to that one person who came in with it. They have done the mapping, and it's an ongoing exercise. I cannot speak on it. I'm telling you what I know from information out there.
But Nato,
the other one, sorry.
If you could look on it, how with this case we're talking about these persons that are staying at Radisson. If you look on it, we have to commend the health workers, because it was the day after this person was going to they would be released, no?
Yeah.
And they got checked on the last day. Nato, and this person check negative. Suppose I said, no man, they check them by man. Make go now. We don't really have to go through that, but they never take no chance.
They're tested before they're released. So
yeah, we have a text here, Nato. Good morning, Orange Wakenos and Belize. We must also acknowledge the very tremendous job done by Dr. Manzanero. He worked to the fullest extent. This one coming all the way from Javier Manzanero from capital city Belmopan.
Of course, and that gentleman, Dr. Manzanero, but you can see the toll that this thing has taken on him.
I know.
Look at the man Sunday, look beat up and bust up, but you have to be proud of people like that. Check it out. The expertise and the way that he has guided us through this pandemic is nothing less than laudable. Than you have to say, man, thanks.
Yeah.
If you have to give somebody thanks, a man like that, the Director of Health Services, there is a panel of experts there that advise properly, and so far the advice that they've been given is, we might like it when they tell you lock down yourself on a Sunday, come from morning to the following day. You don't like it, but that's that needs to be done to contain this thing, you know.
I know I make this public, but he mentioned it to a lot. He said, "Funny here, per feet say no, sweetheart pass." Man said, "Boy, not
boy." No.
That's not affecting you.
My sweetheart, the home. That's my wife. I keep my wife as my sweetheart, so
right.
I don't have issues with her past.
So you are here, all right?
Yeah.
So Nato, that was the case at Razin. How the one that happened in South?
Well, that's a person that jumped the border illegally. You know, the borders are closed, so there is no way you can come into this country without first seeking permission from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There's a process, and you have to be a Belizean. Like
you still have to go
an immigrant tourist cannot say, "Well, I want to visit Belize." Not at this point. They are not being allowed. The borders are not open for those purposes. So, if you are a Belizean wanting to come into the country, you can seek permission from the Ministry of
Foreign Affairs.
There's a process. You apply, and they will decide when and where you can make that entry back into the country. The person down south jumped illegally into the country, thankfully, and she was caught and tested, and lo and behold, positive.
So
you can imagine.
They never get the opportunity if they're in the public.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't have the details. I check as but
you see how easy it could happen now?
Exactly. There's suppose overnight and nobody see her.
Yeah, true.
And she go right in at the village or in at the town or wherever she was going, and just start to spread this thing. What happened?
Yeah, but like you say, we have the authorities there that are doing their job, and we have to commend them.
I think everyone is doing their part. I saw the other day, and this is, you want to encourage this kind of behavior. The other day, somebody placed on Facebook, some fella, and then put the name and the picture and everything. He said that this man come for a boat test and that kind of thing. Following the police catch the man.
Oh yeah.
And he was tested and everything.
Yeah.
But it's good that you have to protect yourself. You have to be vigilant. It's like this is your house. You have to protect it from thieves.
Yeah. The authority can't do everything.
You can't. So
you know what? Reach a point.
It's not necessary. But it's good that people are vigilant and say, if you see a new face in a village or so, and you heard or know that this person, call the police or make it known.
Yeah.
You know, it might call you a snitch or whatever, but it's better that you become a snitch and not dead.
You're saving lives.
Or catch this disease that is this is not forgiving anyone. It's not discriminating. Everyone can catch this disease, and it's deadly as we can see all around the world.
We will be taking a break, but when we come back, we are chatting with the press conference.
Treasure notes.
And then what happened is the BTIA has done a poll, and that has been released. So when we come back, we are touch on that as well. But folks, Fortunato, Noble, and Robert Checker Usher will be back after these messages right here on North Television Channel 10.
Taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward. Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Carazal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Chunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, women. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass, 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Copperbank. I'm part of Progresso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I think that, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Good morning and welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Mr. Noble, I'd like you to state your name because somebody said good morning, Mr. Usher, and good morning, Minister.
Yeah. No, I'm not a minister. I have no interest in running for politics or anything.
The minister was supposed to be here this morning.
I like politics, but I'm not a politician.
Yeah, he has cause for an excuse. He's going to be here tomorrow.
My name is Fortunato Noble.
Yeah, and not honorable.
Well, I am an honorable man, but I am not. I don't attach honorable to my title. Because
okay. Now, you know, talking about this thing and tourism, we get one big hit by tourism. But like you mentioned, you know, you can't get all your eggs in one basket. One of our caller always call and say that. Now, Belize, when it comes to foreign exchange, we're tight right now.
Tight.
And the BTIA did a survey, Mr. Noble, and they were asking about, you know, what their members in the tourism sector feel and think about. What's their views in the opening of the PGIA?
Right.
That's the Philip Goldstone International Airport, right? So the Belize Tourism Association recently polled its members, you know, and what they are doing, and there was a vote, and they say the first opening of 50% respondents supporting certain dates, you know, and then you look upon it and say 50% respondents indicated a preference for a later reopening of this group of response. The preferred dates range are follows. August 1st, we have 22% of the persons that were surveyed. September 1st, 9%. October 1st, 11%. November 1st, 11%. And December 1st, 2%. Then it says 46% indicated that Belize's medical preparedness is more important than setting of an
arbitrary
PGIA reopening. So what is that saying with these numbers, Nato?
It is saying, Brother Cheke, that we have responsible people taking these polls, PGI, the Tourism Association, despite the fact that they are hurting, despite the fact that the bottom dollar is being affected, they are taking responsible decisions. They are taking and say, we are ready for open yet.
And they are the tourism.
They are the ones that are feeling the pinch. They are the ones that their bottom line is affected. They are the ones that depend. This is their life. This is their lifeline.
And
they are blood.
And they are saying no.
They are saying we're not ready yet.
We're not ready yet.
Because you say 46% indicated that Belize's medical preparedness is more important than setting up an arbitrary PGIA reopening date.
Right.
And 88% of respondents were of the opinion that the government of Belize must have a comprehensive reopening plan with adequate medical safeguards in place before the actual reopening of PGIA. 96% of those respondents also support the implementation of sanitary protocols and guidelines for all tourism service providers. So you have to have a guideline. You say like when government say, okay, we'll open the bus routes, but you have to sanitize before you jump in at a bus, sanitize when you come off at a bus. You have certain protocols to be established before you do something. It's the same thing. So 96% of the respondents say that the sanitation protocols have to be established before you do something like opening an airport. I know some were calling for it to be opened first.
July.
The Prime Minister had initially
proposed,
not proposed, but saying that a tentative date would be 1st of July. But seeing what is taking place and the developments of the, how can I say, the development, or how far we there with testing and stuff, the man said, we're not ready yet. And I'm sure that the people in the oversight committee are saying, we're not ready yet. There is not enough safeguards in place for us to contemplate or consider the reopening of our borders.
Yeah.
And doing something like that, remember that you only need one case. Yeah. One, and you would see the disaster that we will get into. So it's good, checkers, that BTIA did this survey. And a lot of times, we put a lot of things at risk because of this.
Yeah, they look for the economic and not the health
yes,
sector.
And I'm glad that something like this is done, and the BTIA is very responsible, I think.
So when someone with the OT and or someone where could get a leave pantry, someone could get a leave COVID relief unemployment contribution, then there are people from the tourism sector, then they want to take the lick.
Yeah.
The hardest, and they are still saying, no, we are not ready yet. And by opening the PGIA, that's where their employment comes from, right?
See, out of the 50% respondents, 22% said that they would prefer wait next month, August 1st. Okay. Of course, out of the 22% that agreed, they make up the part of the 96% that agree that there has to be a protocol in place before you open the airport.
You just can't open just like that, Nato.
You say in summary, BTIA's membership is conflicted on the PGIA reopening issue. So it's saying that all of them wanted, but none of them said July 1st. It started from August, September, October. So they are conflicted on the reopening issue. Since the matter is so complicated and factual knowledge is limited, BTIA will refrain from lobbying for a specific reopening date. BTIA trusts that the government and the COVID National Oversight Committee will evaluate the situation and act accordingly in the best interest. You see?
Yeah.
So they now start to push and agitate for any opening date. Although it is very important for the tourism sector, BTIA included, for this thing to open as soon as possible, because you need to start to breathe again, start to live. But they're saying, despite that, I don't think we can agree. None of us could agree upon our opening date, but I trust Mr. Government and Oversight Committee that you are doing the best that you can, and you are doing it in the best interest of Belize. So we are left that up to you.
Yeah, because when the Prime Minister announced the last time that July 1st it will not happen, then a lot of people were upset.
Of course. But you have to be responsible, Chick. I think it's a damn if you do and damn if you don't situation. We have a government that is looking after the health of its citizens. But that same government is also responsible for ensuring that you continue to live and you eat.
Yeah.
So how do you manage something like that is putting you in a position that if I start to give you a way to make back your money, I'm also giving you the disease potentially. I'm also allowing this disease to come back into the country.
Yeah. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning. Nice topic this morning. But the question is, what is the peak time for tourism, the peak season for tourism? Because as far as I can understand and I know, June, July, August, September are dead months for
dead
tourism.
Seasons, right.
Now, October it might start.
Yep.
Right.
I think November, December, January, February are the peak season for tourism.
Correct.
So why opening airports or the PGIA when the tourism sector is a dead season. We don't have any tourism coming in at that time. I mean, I don't see it feasible, right? And there is not a set test as yet, a rapid test or a symptomatic test in place as yet. Nowhere in the world as yet.
Good point.
So why hurry opening the PGIA? We're opening ourselves to more danger to importing more COVID-19.
And Carla, it's good that you think like that. It's very responsible thinking, but also when they open the borders, it means not just like, well, tourism in the peak seasons, but it affects.
Let me interject there. I didn't say opening of borders.
The airport. Right.
The opening of the PGIA doesn't mean the opening of borders.
Correct.
Right? It means only flights will come in direct from America or Canada or Europe. Right? I didn't mention opening of borders, and we're talking about opening the PGIA. And I'm saying that my knowledge I have is that these months are dead months for tourism in Belize.
Yep.
Right? The tourism starts when Europe is getting the cold season, the cold weather, so they migrate to the tropics. You know, they're migratory people that migrate to the tropics instead of paying these high gas bills, they come and spend time in the tropics. So these months, June, July, August, September, October, these are dead months, tourism months for Belize. It's very, very, very slow. Tourism falls way down, I think about 5%, it goes to that extreme. Then November, December, it goes up. Right? So why open PGIA July, August, or whenever they want to open? Wait, give it the time. By that time, probably we'll have a rapid test that can be used. You know, that's my point of view. I know we're in an economical stress here in Belize right now, but we've survived 2 months already. I think we can continue surviving the balance of it. We have this big rains coming in. Our agricultural sector is having the pinch now, but we can survive. So why open ourselves to endanger our population by importing COVID-19? Because there's not a factor saying that by opening the PGIA, someone infected will not land in our land.
Yeah.
You know, that's my point of view. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Carla.
The views of the caller.
Yeah, very, very, very interesting. And no, you see, if everybody would be reasonable like that, Checky, we not got no problems, I believe. But not everybody is reasonable.
You have to find that.
You have unreasonable people. So I'm glad, and I like that people. You have people that think like that, not just understand, but also say, boy, I think better we left it closed because we might get an infection, and we can't handle that.
Yeah.
We have done good so far. We have done well.
And the peak of the season, like he says, is not here right now.
Yeah.
But Nato, we need to take a break. But when we come back, we are touched upon part of the agriculture sector as well, because if you can recall, way back in the early 80s, when they used to get the agricultural show, when they used to go to Belmopan, how much produce used to be there from all over the country. You know, when the tourism came in, you know, San Pedro was a fishing village.
Correct.
And one time the tourism came in,
everybody
then
to tour guides.
But let's take one break, and then when we come back, we'll touch a little bit on that. Right. Folks, Fortunato and Robert Cheque Usher will be back after these messages right here on North Television Channel 10.
Ignacio Santa Elena bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
114.60 acres in Tiger Creek, Orange Walk, 3,000 acres 0.961 hectares to Jaime Briceño and John Briceño. 827.848 square yards to John Briceño. 5.4 acres to John Briceño and Jaime Briceño. 20 acres in Progreso to John Briceño. To John Briceño again, 6 acres in Progreso. The all of Progreso you go with?
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. What you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Fortunado Noble and Robert Checker Usher, someone is saying, plus, I don't know if hospital can deal with a lot of cases and people want nightclub. The ladies of the night want to go and work. Please no open, no, hold on. He said, and with the PM, hold on a little bit. Yes, things very low in our country. Job money very low, but lives matter much more. So I don't see anything wrong. The PM say that he go ahead and open the borders, but the PM is not saying that right now. So I'm supporting that.
Like I said, you have a lot of unreasonable people in the country.
But Nato, if you out there so feel like only you are affected, they have thousands of people that are affected, maybe worse than you.
Well, see, the thing is that you need to put things into perspective, checkers. If you may know what's taking place in the other countries out there and living that reality, I don't think you may think like that. You know, like for example, say you think place like New York, okay?
So
if you were out there watching, seeing the people dying, the frustration in the medical personnel's, because of the overwhelming amount of people coming into hospitals, and they have a lot of hospitals and they have big hospitals. Not like we could barely afford a handful of people getting sick, and they can't handle it. People are dying right in front of them. They have to make decisions who will die and who will live.
And they say if the paramedics they go pick up somebody and they're not gonna pulse, no bring them.
So if you were privy to that, you would never think, but say, well, I want to go ahead and open the border.
Yeah.
I said, man, make we keep it how it there. Make we keep it. So you need to experience something for understand. But thankfully you have people where reasonable and think safety first, your health first. It's what matters.
Yep.
If you're not healthy, Jackie, where all the money in the world will do for you.
Yeah, one of my friends tell me now that he watch it auntie dead just on a FaceTime.
Yeah.
I chat to Dan, he could have say goodbye, but that was it.
That is rough.
That's how tough it tough. You hear the place the morgue over full now, they had to bring in containers and so on, set up AC and FM morgues and just dash people in there.
The dead bodies.
You know? But you know, Mato mentioned about in the early 80s
agriculture.
How high the agriculture was. When they used to have the agriculture show, the Belmopan, you used to go there, you used to see them big pumpkin and watermelon and lot of produce. Right outside the Orange, they used to have the marketing board. You go there and they got many things when it comes to agriculture, but somehow we have lost that trend.
But I think you could attribute a lot of that to the advent of tourism. You mentioned San Pedro. San Pedro was a fishing village.
Yep.
It eventually became a town. It was discovered, so to speak, by tourists, and is now a tourist mecca of Belize.
Yeah.
And San Pedro depends now solely on tourism. When I'm saying solely, you have fishermen.
Yeah.
But it's not like that's the mainstay. That's not their economy. That does not drive their economy. Fishing no longer drives the economy in San Pedro. You have fishermen, but you have fishermen that come from different, like Caledonia, Sardinia, Chunushka, all these places they go. San Pedro used to be a solely fishing community. But when tourism came, all of that gone. You know, same thing happens with agriculture. The younger folk see tourism as an alternative to going out there and toil the soil in the hot sun. I prefer go out on a ship, on a boat, go be a tour guide, because this is what a human being looks for. You look for a little better life.
You want to be a dive expert.
Yes, you want to carry tourists around, and I tell you, being a tour guide it's far better than going out there and planting something, watching it grow and waiting for it to bear and make a dollar out of it. But we see where that has gotten us.
Yeah.
You see the tourism industry, it was so fragile it collapsed It collapsed within days.
I know, yeah.
You shut down.
No backup.
That's it. There's exactly no backup. If we had I remember when I was going to school, I heard that we had several pillars of our economy, and one of them was agriculture.
Yes. Yeah. We used to get that as a subject at school, right?
Yeah, pillar of the economy, and then that shifted. One of the main pillars was agriculture. It shifted to tourism. Agriculture still represents a significant part of our GDP. We have the sugar. We have the banana industry,
the banana.
citrus, the shrimping industries. However fragile they may be, but we have them. But where do we go? You know, we go back to agriculture.
Well, we have good planting grounds in this country.
Man, you ask the Mennonites.
Yeah.
They control the breadbasket of the country. They planting. Just go check. I know, just right, not too far from here. There's a Mennonite, a gentleman. He plants like 300 acres of corn and one crop, yeah. Irrigation and everything. So potential is there.
Yeah, and the agriculture, the cane is agriculture as well, right?
Cane is agriculture.
And that is still up.
Check it. It's not just up. Santander, the new sugar factory in Cayo, they are acquiring lands. They have lands all over the place now, which they are planting, and they will plant. I don't know if this is public or people know them.
Yeah.
You have, just before you reach St. Matthew's, before you reach the Kota Fugora Frank Sede, on the left hand side when going to Belopan, there's a big expanse of land. It was for sale for some time, and that has been cleaned. When you travel, you don't see it because there's a buffer of bush on the roadside. But you look beyond that, try to get a glimpse at what's happening behind that. Check it. Thousands of acres of land being cleared for farming, for sugar.
Yeah.
So the potential, we have potential.
You think we could get back strong with agriculture, like with local persons start farming again, and fishermen starts fishing in from those big tourism towns and villages?
I think it's a matter of how. I personally think you can, and personally I think probably government should look at it and see how we encourage more farmers, because yes, tourism is nice and everything. It brings a lot of bucks and things, but if you not got nothing to eat, check it. If you don't produce your own food, I don't see we going anywhere.
Yeah, because even the farming, tourism has a lot to do with farming as well, because you know how much restaurants and so.
Depends on farming. You remember when this thing lack off, the problems that were encountered by the Mennonites? The guy came on TV and said,
"Oh yes,
what I do with all my chicken now?
True, yeah, yep.
What will I do with my? They take a lick, they throw away the milk.
Yeah, but
true, so of course it's affected, and everything is interrelated to everything in some way or the other.
Yeah. So what we do now? What we do now? It's a tough call, but someone has to make the move.
Someone have to make a move.
We have a Ministry of Agriculture, right? I heard that the minister and also Minister Erlington was talking about, I think it was somewhere in the Caribbean, that wants to buy beef from Belize. They need meat. We hook up with CARICOM too, right?
Yes, we are members of CSME.
Yeah, and
Single
then
market and economy.
So we need to start to take opportunity.
I'm sure I don't talk from an expert standpoint here, but I'm sure that there are people in that sector that are looking at all of these things. I am sure that you have people that have the plans how to reactivate the agricultural sector. I'm sure. Yeah, I don't think me or you have that, and we don't come up with ideas just now.
They never have some ad on the radio one time that saying that Belize agriculture is our business.
I think
we used to hear something like that, don't you? But it's not right now.
Not right now.
But believe me, Nato, we might see it like that. But I'm sure that they still have some strong farmers that are still surviving with their produce, right?
Well, if you go to the market, check it. I don't know how often you go to on Sundays, right there by Liberty Avenue.
Yeah, well, they have moved to the barracks now.
They moved back.
Yeah, they moved back to the barracks.
You see the amount of produce, and that is one of these
congestion out there.
Like I tell you, you have you ever been to Belmopan on a market day?
But I hear about the Belmopan market day, but I don't gone there yet.
So production is there, and we have the capacity. We have the capacity and they grow a lot of things. They could grow and qualities. They don't know the quality stuff. How dedicated we are to agriculture, then I don't know. That's a question that maybe the agriculture the experts can ask. But how sustainable can we be with our products? That's another question you need to ask. There are a lot of questions out there and a lot of experts on those topics.
We need something to fall back upon, right?
Yeah.
You know, like us as musicians, we got affected, but not directly from tourism. You know, we got affected because of the closed down, but we find a way, no, Nato. We find a way. We are doing virtual concerts right now, and persons are hiring the band to, like we did 2 birthday parties already.
How does that work, Chicky?
What happened is, what we do, we get the band set up as usual, right?
In a controlled environment.
Yeah, in a controlled environment. So these people that lives in the US, they call all their families and friends and tell them, hey, birthday this week, the Fortunato birthday, so no tune in to Youth Connection Band Facebook, and we play the music and we send out requests for them, and they send us pictures and videos, and we play it in between. And that's where we are doing our earnings right now. Tomorrow we'll be doing one for a person celebrating birthday. You know, so that's what we are doing. We can't go out in a crowd right now because you know that happened, but we just can't sit down back and complain. You have to find a way for this. So we have embarked on that platform to do that.
Oh, and you have people, you have clients, no? You have people that do.
We have clients, yes. Right now, they were talking to us about the Lobster Fest in Kikaka. You know that the lobster season usually opens in June,
right?
And then they are talking about having it virtually as well. So it's working, you know. But not everybody could find a way of doing it because maybe they are in different production, different business, you know. But for the music, well, it's different, no. So that's the way we're doing it.
Well, I never knew you make money off of that, Chicky, because the other day we had a competition. You had a band.
I saw it. I think it was the 5-star band.
5-star.
Yeah.
What they call them?
Yeah, I think
5-star something. Fancy Narciso?
Yeah, from one of those villages in the area.
This guy, Marine, Russell Marine. They went and did a free concert on air. It's about 2 Sundays ago.
Yeah. I saw it.
People tune in, you know. People. I guess you're just seeking some sort of entertainment.
Yes.
Although it's not right there in front of you, you could get up and dance. So I guess you dance in your living room, no? Or you dance. You listen to the music and you dance. But so Checky, you will allow the leader of the opposition to get away with the comments he made yesterday about the notes.
What happened is, the thing is that when the PM did that press conference, he made it very clear. You know, he was waiting on approval, and I believe he got the approval. You know, and I had the impression that was presented at the oversight committee, right, before he came out and made that pronouncement. But according to what we heard, I believe it was from the leader of the opposition that he wasn't aware of that. No, it was that's what he alluded to, right? He wasn't aware of it, and coming out and doing that. Well, you know how you go in politics. Opposition
oppose everything.
Oppose, so that's their position, and it's good to listen because we need to know what happen in both corners, right?
Yes. In an interview in Channel 7 last night, he said I found this out like the rest of the nation via media reports.
Okay.
How else would you find out, brother? But anyway, it was never raised or discussed at the National Oversight Committee or at the Economic Oversight Team. Today, our national executive discussed the issue and raised many important questions. Half our Johnny say, they're not true, and the next half they lie.
So you don't make no point then?
We believe that the nation should consider what will this do to our national debt? How will this affect our position with the super bond holders? Can this be done without the approval of the National Assembly? And what will these funds be used for? So you go to the media and ask these questions, who will answer you? Why never gone to the relevant authorities and ask the questions and get your answers?
Yeah, but then he had a financial expert with him.
Chris Coy, the economic Caesar.
Yeah.
The czar, the economic czar.
Yeah.
This economic czar, Chris Coy, is also...
He's part of the oversight committee as well, right?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My brother, if you don't know what is taking place, then you need to put another economic czar there to replace Chris Coy, because obviously your own people are keeping secrets from you.
Yeah, because he should know, right?
Of course, how not? They are the ones that are making recommendations.
Because you know the PM no act by you one.
He never got sleep and wake up the morning and come up with these things. He act on advice of these committees. So it's disingenuous, like what I say, half of what you say, they're not true, and the next half they lie. So how can you not know? You have Chris Coy, who is your PUP representative he's the economic czar for the PUP.
Mm-hmm.
He should be advising you and telling you exactly what is taking place. If you don't know, then Brahmi don't know what to do. And I trust you to become the Prime Minister of this country.
But
what
what the present Prime Minister is doing right now also not, he is looking ahead of things, you know. You look down the road, what will happen down the road. So you try to get some kind of security. You try to get some kind of funding when it comes to the foreign exchange, because like we mentioned about the agriculture, we're not going to a lot. But Belize imports so many different products. When I want you to drink some of that juice out there, so when then the things they go to have foreign exchange to make up bring the thing, you know.
Yeah.
When they have all the milk they come in, a lot of different products. We not produce all of the things. So if you don't have the US currency,
you can't buy.
You can't buy.
You cannot buy.
So what do we do?
Do without, I guess.
But we cannot live without it right now. We have a big population.
That is what they are proposing. I guess the PUP they propose that, man, if you don't have it now, you not just lay down somewhere and go dead. Because we now try find the foreign exchange for you.
Like we
will do nothing. You see, the Gianni Briseño and the PUP, all they do is criticize, but they don't offer a substantial. They don't offer anything with substance.
Couldn't it be
what
better?
Can be done?
Couldn't it be better if he said, you know what, the Prime Minister did this pronouncement, let's have a sit down with him and ask him
exactly. The same question that he went on the media to ask, he could have put it to the Prime Minister. So,
then
get your answers. If you're not satisfied, then go somewhere else. But you run to the media for everything.
And tell the PM, you know what, PM, you come with your economic czar, and I bring my one. I will sit down and make us say because maybe he could have got a different idea where could work. Make us talk and trash out this thing and see if it could work. And if he can plan, and then the Prime Minister being stubborn, and the people is sure that this can't work, then you come to the media and you say what you got to say.
You know, when I know that he either not care or he doesn't know, is either misinformed, uninformed, or not care. He, with respect to the crime issue we were facing some time ago, he said he have all the answers. He knows how to deal with this crime situation, and when he gets into government, then he will
deal with it.
My brother, this is something that is affecting us now. If you have all the answers, why you not put the answers out there so that this situation is remedied? That the time when you become the Prime Minister, so you don't have to deal with this again, you could deal with something else.
Yeah, get it done one time. Somebody says here, Nato Johnny has started his political games already.
All the time. I don't think he started. I think he has never stopped. They have never stopped. He inspires no confidence. Everything he does, you can see there is something nefarious, something ugly about it. It's done in his best interest or the interest of his party. Even Judge Price said, party does not supersede the country. It's country before party.
He never said party before country.
No. And you remember Jarido with the ICJ? Well, we all know.
Yeah.
He baffled all the time with this ICJ issue.
And next
he does that all the time.
That the Prime Minister is doing the right thing. We just hope that it will work for Belize.
Well, a lot of things. This is new, check, you have to understand. And we don't have a rule book. The rule book is being written. The guidelines are being written as we go along, worldwide. Because this is a new disease. We never know what. Every day you hear something new about this pandemic.
But not only our country affected, you know.
The world.
The US is take right now financially too, you know. Why is the president is asking all of these businesses to start opening?
It's global. It's a global issue.
And you can't run to nobody right now.
Where are you going?
You can't run
Where are you going?
Yeah.
It's a global issue. Finances. It's not Dean Barrow fault that we have COVID. Although Johnny Bresenia and the PUP would want you to think that it is indeed Dean Barrow's and the UDP's fault that we have COVID in Belize.
Just like it's not Johnny's fault and the UP fault, right?
Thank you.
Look at what is happening right now in these villages here in Orange Walk. We have San Antonio, we get flooded. We have San Roman, we have Douglas.
Yeah.
And the area representative, Honorable Gaspar Vega, along with Edmond Cleveland Castro, they have been on the ground.
They can only do so much.
Yeah,
the people already ask why they not build one next river for make we flush the country.
How you going to come up with anything, man? How you build a river?
But these are the things that the people that come up with and say, man, that everybody fault, that checking that your fault, or that Dean Barrow fault, that the UDP fault, everything becomes a fault. If it rain too much, I guess the UDP should have find a way to put a switch for turn on and off the rains. Everything becomes political. They take it and turn it into a political football with no solution. That's the thing. They just want to rile up people and make people believe that this is the worst government they can ever get.
Yeah, but for that water to recede, that the river have to go down. The river is swell, right? That's why the water gets into the villages. So
I spoke to a guy from Blue Creek yesterday, and he said the Blue Creek, the water is going down. We are on flatlands, Chicky. We are not like Cayo, so the water rushes down and then eventually normalizes pretty quickly. These are flatlands, so the water has to go down slowly towards the sea, make a way towards the sea very slowly, and that is what it causes floodings in different areas like Douglas and the Albion Islands, and so because the water is coming down slowly, it reaches where it has to reach, and after that it go down. The New River, I think, will be the same thing because the New River Lagoon catch a lot of water too.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Noble, it's 23 minutes away from 9. We'll be taking our final break, and we'd like to remind you that Minister Aragon will be here tomorrow. And usually when the minister is here, it's live on the East Radio as well. So we take a break, and Fortunato and Robert Cheque Usher will be back after these messages right here on Norte Television, Channel 10.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
John Briseño says government needs to trim the fat. Let's take a minute to look at that fact.
Johnny Briseño receives a salary of $60,000 from the government to be the leader of the opposition and $84,000 for sports and community projects in his constituency. The People's United Party representatives receive about $993,000 annually from government to assist residents of their constituencies.
Since the COVID-19 state of emergency, the Prime Minister of Belize has given all his salary toward the relief efforts. The UDP ministers has given up a month's salary and allowances going forward. Johnny Briseño has not agreed to give up anything. The PUP representatives have not agreed to give up anything.
Leadership is about action, not words.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 17 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Nato, the Minister of Education and Ministry had a press conference earlier in the week. It was on Monday, and they were mentioning about going back to school. Proposed date is August 10th. But the minister is saying that the subsidy will still continue.
Okay.
But instead of $300, it will be reduced a little bit to $200. What's your take?
It's understandable, Chiki. There's no excess of cash like before. We understand what the economic situation of not just Belize but the world is.
Mhm.
So it's let's do I'll draw a parallel. You are at home, you are the breadwinner of that house with your children. Every day you give your kids $10 for their allowance. Every day you're working, so you have an income. Every day they get $10, but you lose your job.
Or maybe we got 2 jobs and lose one.
Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
I may say you have at least savings, but if you had 2 jobs, you lose one. That's stretching it, and then the kid cannot expect to be getting that same $10 again.
Cause that money not come in.
It's not the same thing. So you will be getting money though, still get your allowance, just that it will be less. And it's the same thing with the education. There's still that money available for the education, but it's not the same amount that used to be available back then, because we have to understand these are times that austerity has to be seriously considered, not just in education but in all parts and all sectors of government. We have to tighten the belt, so to speak.
Yeah.
And the government is doing what it has to do. It's tightening the belt.
Yeah, and by doing that, that's still a lot right now, too, because you know how much students you have over this country.
Imagine. I don't recall the numbers, Cheke, but the amount of students that are now can currently access the high school system because of the policies that were put in place by the UDP is exponential compared to what were available back then under PUP.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was no incentive, so to speak, from the PUP. You never used to get. I wish I may get $100 back then to go to high school. Kids in the villages, for example, in the country, all of them entitled. Not just should, entitled. That you get automatically. You graduate from primary school and you enter and apply to enter high school. You will get that money. That is, you have to apply something like that.
Yeah, not the one.
You could have also, taken all of that money that is available and send 10 of your friends to all the way to university or get a PhD.
Yeah.
So you could have done that,
True,
but that is not done.
One lady got a my house yesterday and he said, escuchamos que dijo el ministro que vamos a conseguir $200. ¿Dónde yo podría conseguir mi dinero? No es así, right?
No. It's paid in directly to the high school. So whilst you're entitled to it, you won't get cash. It's not like you will get that cash in your hand, because if you do, I'm sure a lot of it will not see the high school.
And your pig, they're not going to school.
They're not going to school because that's just what it is.
So it's directly from the ministry
paid into the high school. It's paid to the high school. The high school sends a list of all the students that have applied and accepted, I guess, and the ministry processes the payment to the high school, directly paid to a bank through a check.
Yeah.
So nobody see that cash, the ferry cash to the school, and so that's a direct payment from institution to institution.
But parents still have to go through the registration process, right? You have to go register. You have to make your arrangement with the high school and say, well, registration is so much, but this is all I have. And if the ministry already wrote the school, then they will say, okay, the ministry, but you have to go in and make your arrangement. You just can't say, okay, well, when time come, my picnic going to school because the government said they pay $200.
And check it, the other thing with that too is the kids, for example, in the town primary schools, the ones who apply to high school and are accepted, they only in the town can apply for the assistance. This $200 used to be $3. They can also apply for that assistance, but the ones in the town will be accepted. Their application will be looked at and vetted to see if they
depends on your economic situation.
Correct, because really and truly, this is a reality, and I don't know if someone might get vexed out there. This is the reality. There are some kids that go to primary school who are well off.
Yeah.
Who would do without that $200, So the school need to make a decision. Well, we can't pay for everybody, but I think you can afford to go to school, bro.
Yeah.
I know they discriminate against your economic situation, but I think you can afford it, man. Give that picnic where only got one ma and 6 picnic or something like that cannot afford to go to school. Let's give them a chance.
Yes.
Which I think is fair, more than fair.
So the ones in the
But the villages are automatic.
So the ones in the town, they need to apply?
You need to apply for that assistance. It's a process that the education department carries out, and it's a vetting process. They will determine whether you qualify for the assistance or not.
Is there a portal that they can apply?
I'm not sure how it works. I know.
Okay. I'll get in touch with Miss Bob today
from education department
and ask her what they need to do so that people. I never know they had to apply. You know, so what they need to do if they have to go online.
I think I'm not quote me on this, but I believe that the teachers or the principals or whatever of the primary schools have the guidelines, and they are the ones who distribute or make the applications accessible to the kids.
Okay.
And guide them with this thing.
Yeah, I will ask Mrs. Bob today, and she
how
can,
it works. Yeah,
she will definitely know.
She have to.
Then Nato, the minister also mentioned about some schools that are charging some exorbitant prices when it comes to graduation
fee,
and he's saying that you don't have to pay for that graduation if you don't want, because you don't have to go to graduation.
You're not. Some schools, I know some high schools have made a poll. They did a poll and asked the kids, "You want to graduate or just want to receive a diploma?" You know?
Okay.
And I guess based on the majority, then they
decide.
proceed accordingly. I know, for example, a school in Corozal, a high school in Corozal district, they did that, and the kids said, "We just want a diploma. Give a diploma." You know, I know. And that is, I guess, what is being contemplated. But you're right. If you're not graduating with all the pomp and circumstances, and the school is not making any expenses to conduct a graduation, why you are paying graduation fee?
Yep.
Are you being charged to graduate? Are you being penalized to graduate? No.
The important thing to have is that certificate.
You get your certificate, and I think a lot of the kids recognize that. Man, we can do without. It's not all vanity and photographs.
Yeah. Moments.
Yep.
The minister also mentioned about a national virtual graduation ceremony, Nato. Do you know how that will work?
I don't know how that will work.
I think he said it will be on Wave, on Love, and on some other television station, and they will be having the top student from some schools over the country to give a little speech.
Yeah.
I believe it's something good, because we really can't gather in a big crowd right now.
Not at the moment, yeah.
And even if you could gather, it's not recommended.
I guess, and then you give the students something to look forward to. You give them a prop, so to speak. You give them a spotlight, because when you work so hard, you want at least only attention, and make somebody say, "Boy, oh, that you do good," and that also creates an incentive for the other kids that are coming behind and say, "Why I want to be like that too?
Yes.
I want that spot next year."
Yeah,
so it does. It's incentivizing the students. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. Then what was mentioned when it comes to going back to school for the proposed date of the 10th of August, teachers should report, I believe, like a week before to get their classrooms ready. Then the minister said that what we are looking at, if it was that same day when they were having the press conference, then they would have required for use masks. But we can't say what will happen between now and the 10th of August. He also said that probably when it comes to the crowded classroom, some schools have 30, some have 40, so they will try to see how they ration it out. Some goes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and some Tuesday and Thursday. And they will continue with the virtual learning as well, because he said that we cannot keep back the kids from their education.
Can't not happen. If we lose 1 year of education, that translates to hours of learning exponentially down the line.
Yeah.
The amount of time that is lost, and the amount of kids that are willing to learn, man. You want to think what will happen. You have to educate your kids.
Yeah, but I must commend the minister and his team at the Ministry of Education, NATO, because they came up with a very good plan.
Forward thinking, yes. This is a vision. This is a vision. You see the problem, and you look for solutions. You don't do like what the leader of the opposition does. He sees the problem and say, "I have the solution." But I know I tell you, I wait till I get in a government and
and you know
that's
the
selfish and that's
the minister and Mrs. Bob never just wake up and say tomorrow going to a press conference and this is the way we
properly
are
thought
announced.
out and so and he I think at some point admitted that we will see what works best because it's not a panacea. We don't know that this is exactly and directly how it work.
Yeah,
you have trial and errors like a famous guy said, but things that will work, they keep it, and what don't work, you go to the drawing board and start over. I want to speak here in the east with Mr. Aragon.
Okay.
Mr. Aragon has been
Minister Aragon.
Minister. He has been on the ground, Cheke, touching base with his people, regardless of, you don't have to be personal. He calls his people, see if everything okay, to see how he can serve the people while, they see me, you still feel me. So, the projects that had been in place just prior to the COVID, that went on a screeching halt, they are now being again reactivated. Some of the projects we're talking about, the building, the Louisiana school is in the pipeline.
Education again,
sticking to education and recognizing the importance of what education means. He is also working on, we had this Sunday Field project that he was doing there, the fixing of the streets, the roads, Santa Marta, all the village getting attention. So during the you answer?
Yeah. Hello, good morning, muy buenos días.
Good morning, sir. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Mr. Robert, yo estuve escuchando un comentario que dio el líder de la oposición recientemente, donde estaba condenando de una manera severa al señor Jan Saldívar, porque él salió diciendo que es su plan de acción de él, de Mr. Jan Saldívar. Él dijo su plan de acción, cómo componer la economía, etcétera, etcétera. Yo quiero decirle algo a la nación beliceña. De tantas acusaciones que le han hecho al honorable, le digo honorable porque yo conozco bien a Jan Saldívar, yo trabajé para Jan Saldívar, yo sé qué clase de persona es Jan Saldívar en Belopán. Así de que yo conozco bien y yo puedo hablar bien por él. Él es un hombre de palabra, y él cuando dice aquí voy, ahí va. Bueno, entonces de tanta crítica que se le ha hecho de parte de la oposición a Jan Saldívar y de tanta crítica que se le ha hecho, hasta ahorita, hasta estos momentos, no se le ha ocupado al señor Jan Saldívar de ningún tipo de corrupción en la corte beliceña, porque también están en la corte, si no entiendo. Así que cualquier rato que el primer ministro, el muy honorable Jim Oliver Barrow, llame las elecciones generales, yo estoy seguro que sí va a entrar otra vez el Partido Unido Demócrata en poder. Otra cosa, bajo el líder, porque yo estoy seguro que si vamos a una convención, esas otras personas que ya postularon su nombre del UDP, yo estoy seguro que al fin del conteo, el señor Jan Saldívar siempre tiene su gente que votó para él la última elección de líder. Así que yo estoy seguro que bajo el señor Jan Saldívar el país de Belice va a prosperar. Eso solamente es una opinión de su servidor, Orlando Langeron, el rey de la selva.
He's reporting from San Esteban. You know the man, Joe?
I know the Leon.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Nato, apart from what you were saying, the minister was saying that the well in Santa Marta, they may have fixed it up back, but they had some issues with the truck, and when they fixed the truck, then the rain started, no?
Yes, and check it, you see, you hear the other guys just talking, because talk is cheap, saying that nothing has been done for the people in Santa Marta, nothing has been done for this, that. Just before this COVID situation, all the streets of Santa Marta were upgraded. Nice. When new streets were opened, dumped and graded as well. So when you go to Santa Marta, you have new streets where people used to walk in a mud. All of that was fixed. The current era representative, Honorable Elodie Aragon, is the one that brought potable water to each and every household in Santa Marta.
They never had potable water.
They never had potable water.
So the people got a pipe in their house now then?
Everybody have a pipe in their house.
What?
And they had new expansions done, and the well was always kept, the pump was always kept, but as a great community, that well is old. And like everything else, old things, they are fail at some point in time. The well is not capable now of supplying Toros. So you need a next well. The land was identified, the area, the location for a new well was identified and everything, and arrangements were made for a new well to be dug for supply Santa Marta with fresh drinking water. So they had a little one who just to make nice about the place. You know, they have a certain breed, a dog will just make nice. You just look at it, you're just watching her and start to make nice. But that's all they do, they don't even bite. And if you bite, it don't hurt. But Mr. Aragon has proven that he really cares for his people and he will do right by his people. You know, where did the people of Santa Marta used to meet before 2015? Before Honorable Aragon became the representative? Where did they have the community meetings? Do you know?
No.
And that village was predominantly POP. They were predominantly POP. There was a POP village basically supporting all the POP standard bearers and representatives. Not one of them said, "Why I think Uno people deserve a community center." It was Elodie Aragon that saw the need and decided to lobby and have a community center built in Santa Marta.
Okay.
The same community center that they are now using, and they when they took it over, a lot of things went missing, but that's another story.
So but right now they picking them have to come to Carmelita to go to school, or they got school there?
They have school.
They got school at Santa Marta?
Yes, wait. Honorable Aragon also lobbied and is getting a new preschool being built. It's not being built, it will be built. Of course, with this COVID thing, a lot of things slowed down. But a community, right now the ground has been prepared for the building of that preschool.
Good.
So, you are telling me, you could look at a man like that and say, well, he not do nothing? If you fix your streets, no me could talk about lights yet. You fix all the streets in the village. You provide a community center for the people that used to meet, I don't know where, because I can't recall where they used to have community meetings if they did. Maybe at the school. You provided potable water to every household in Santa Marta, and you light up, you built a football field and put stadium lights, LED state-of-the-art lights there.
Then the thing they cost the village people anything now?
No, $1.
When they run water to the house and so.
Not $1. Wow. No $1. They pay of course the water board, the regular.
No, but for all the installation and everything.
Zero. So you gotta tell me, nothing get done? You know, do nothing?
Right there, I thought we have to pay with connection or we connection.
Have to.
Well, but that's
and what he has done in Santa Marta is just a snapshot of what he has been doing in the entire area. Because look at Carmelita, the amount of work that has been put in Carmelita, the amount of work that has been put in Tower Hill, the amount of work that was put in Palmar. All it is continuous work.
What happened to the minister no answer me to correct Panis man? What happened to the computer lab that we set up there in Chan Ridge?
I guess he wanted to be politically correct, no? Well, I don't need that luxury. So then, Bale, when the PUP village council won the first time, this 2 elections ago, village council, then close it off. Then lock it off for 3 round years. I don't know if the computer is still in there, or I don't know if they have somebody else also. I will not make any kind of allegations or suggestions that somebody whop it. But the computer lab was closed. Check.
It was already functional, right?
Of course, it was up. It had internet. It had everything. It was a functional computer lab. when Minister Aragon won the first time in 2015, you know the community center was a ruin, right? I mean, ruins.
Yes, I remember.
No roof. They just bulldoze that to the ground or so. You see the community center that is there.
Yeah.
He refurbished that community center.
I remember he revived the Champa Ridge Fair.
By that grant, I think that one of the best, the Champa Ridge Fairs, whilst he was in opposition, whilst he was a standard bearer, because Marco Tulio Mendes was the
elected
representative. Mm-hmm. At that time, Aragon lobbied for have that community, that fair revived, and that year, I remember that was a great success.
Big.
And then when he won the following year, the thing, village council was still UDP. That made a huge success.
Yeah, there was a big stage outside. I remember, man.
It was. I thought this was a revival of a good thing. After that, Ghana grown. The village council never want to work with him, and a lot of issues, and it just happened that nothing was done.
So, as far as you know, the computer lab is that functioning?
Non-existent.
Wow.
Non-existent. Some of and I know a lot of villagers listen to your show, and a lot of them can tell you that just weed smoking happening in that area.
Damn.
When I had spoken to some people just before the elections, just before the PUP won against the village council, they said that for 3 wrong years, this community center this lab was not opened, and they were complaining about it. And right now, it's the same thing. Nothing is happening.
Yeah.
They're not progressive. They're not.
Yeah. Well, Nato, it has been a pleasure. Your closing remarks in everything we'll go through right now, brother.
Well, again, I just want to. First of all, the BTIA, kudos to them on being responsible, conducting that poll, and then not just jumping up and wanting to protest anybody. Despite the fact that it does affect your timeline, your bottom line. Very good. The people out there that are reasonable, that see that health comes first. Yes, we do need money, and I say, what the use of being healthy? You're broke, you're hungry. We always get by. We always get through. We will. No Belizean, if you are my neighbor, Czechia will not allow you to go hungry and in front of me.
No,
that's not the kind of people we are.
Yeah.
So I just say Belizeans, we let's take care of each other. Let's do something for your neighbor. If you see someone in need, if you can assist, be responsible. This COVID thing is a serious thing. Continue practicing our social distancing. Wear a mask. Obey the guidelines that are being placed there. It's for our protection. And let's move forward as a country and try build this country and be great.
Well, thanks once again, brother. Have yourself a wonderful day. Tomorrow the minister will be there.
You too,
here. For the person that asked about the weather report, today is going to be sunny skies with a few cloudless spells today and partly cloudless skies tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated with a few more over northern areas today and over the south tonight. Rahim, thanks very much. This show repeats at ladies for the out there, if you want to see Nato tonight, this show repeats at 8 o'clock tonight. So from 8 to 10, you want to see Nato whole night tonight. You can't talk to no text, because I can't get any message, because it's going to be a repeat. So, and then Rahim, thanks again. We have repeat of Channel 7 News today at midday. Then the hot news coming up at 6 p.m. We know some new measures will be announced, but we will leave that to the Oversight Committee and the Prime Minister that represents that committee to announce that, or perhaps the Minister will have some liberty to say that tomorrow. So have yourself a wonderful time. Miss Grace, happy birthday, Miss Grace. Enjoy your day today. Happy birthday. And we gone for now, Nato.
Thanks, Shiki.
City Morning Show.